Florida Gator, homie, I'm a gator. They don't move wrong, I'm a gator. From the swamp, homie, I'm a gator.
But I can't tame them, dog. You ready to come? All dogs, all Seminoles, we coming.
Florida Gator, homie, I'm a gator. Florida Gator, homie, I'm a gator. Florida Gator, homie, I'm a gator. They don't move wrong, I'm a gator. From the swamp, homie, I'm a gator. And that two-tone, I'm a gator. Florida Gator, homie, I'm a gator.
Welcome back to Gators Talk, guys. I am your host, Millionaire Trader Alex, and we're back for another one. We got to go down to Death Valley in Baton Rouge and try to upset the Tigers, the 19th ranked Tigers. Guys, this is going to be a tall task. This is a team that averages 45 points a game, 444 yards per game on offense. They have some of the best wide receivers in the country. Malik Neighbors, 66 receptions, 1,100 yards, and 10 tubs. Brian Thomas Jr., 768 yards, 11 tubs. That is 21 touchdowns between both of them. We have no receivers not even touching that. Not even touching that. That's two receivers. They rush for 212 yards per game. They throw for over 332 yards per game. Y'all seen our defense this year? Man, it's going to be a track meet. This is going to be a track meet. If we don't get no stops, and let me add this. They're 56% on third downs. We've been good on third downs, but it's hard getting teams to third down this year. It's been tough getting them on third down. They've been solid on third downs, but it's been hard getting them to those situations. We're gonna have to get Jaden Daniels off his spot, but the threat of him running is too real. The kid got over 600 yards rushing. He is very elusive and dangerous with his legs. So if he escape out the pocket, and quarterbacks have gashed us this year running the ball. Y'all seen last game, KJ Jefferson looked like an all SEC performer again. So y'all know what we up against. It's challenging to the defense to stop a quarterback that can run. That's a dual threat. But this is a possible Heisman contender, even though they're losing. The kid's been carrying this team on his back all season long. And it's not going to change Saturday. And we're going into a hostile environment. We haven't been great on the road. Shucks, we haven't been great at home. But this is going to be a road game. And this is a lot better team than Arkansas. Can we get enough stops on defense? Now, I heard that Manny Nunnery and Jaden Robinson is going to get some playing time this game. And these two type of guys, we're going to need them this game for real because they're pass coverage linebackers. They're very good in pass coverage. Well, I ain't going to say very good, but in high school they were. They were good in pass coverage. So we need those skill sets to be displayed on Saturday. That's got to happen. I'm not sure what we're going to do about Jalen Kimber. I don't know if we're going to see a little bit more of Jakeem Jackson, but we may need to. We'll rather deal with the freshman mistakes than the junior mistakes. Jason Marshall Jr., I'm not sure when he's going to decide to turn it on. I know he's been struggling this season. And that's you got to understand that the kid's been through 3 defensive coordinators. It's a lot to take on every year learning a new system. You know, it can take a toll on you and still go to class and still try to be the best son you can be and the best, teammate you can be going through a lot in his college career. It's been completely unstable for him. So he's been struggling this season. So I'm hoping that he can, put a strong performance in these last 3 games, because he's probably going to try to go pro this year. And it's best that he put the best tape out there right now against quality opponents. So this is going to be a big challenge for Jason Marshall to step up to and be the player that he wants to be. We have a lot of faith in him still. We've been mad at him because he hasn't been performing up to the standard that we know he can perform at. He gotta play, tough football and play smart football and go out there and be physical. At least be the bright spot in this last stretch. Help this team rally and eke out a few victories. Let's try to get this upset down in Baton Rouge. It's going to take a team performance on all 3 programs. All 3 teams. It's offense, defense, and special teams, which we struggled at this year. We struggled mightily this year. Hopefully we can get this turned around at this point. At least put this last stretch of games, and let's get through these last 3 games and be productive in special teams, and we can keep the bonehead plays down. Keep the mistakes down. We don't need players running out there on the field when they're not ready. We don't need 10 guys on the field when we must have 11. We don't need 2 guys with the same number. We've been having a lot of bonehead plays all year. A lot of miscues on special teams. We got to cut that out. It's late in the year. Let's get these things fixed, and let's finish out this season strong on the special teams. Defensively, we're a young squad. Even the guys in the middle. Caleb Banks is a young kid. Believe it or not, I know you see how big he is. He's a young kid. Cam Jackson is the older of the group, but I think he needs another year under his belt to become a more savvy veteran in the middle of that defense. Desmond Watson, you can't expect much out of him. He just haven't done enough to get that weight down so he can perform at a high level. It's hard to do with that type of kid when he's naturally a big kid. And, his testosterone and his eating disorder is real. They're not going to mention that, but most kids like that, they just always hungry and there's nothing they can really do about it. But those kids, they're still young, even though Dad's been playing for the last 3 years. But it's a tough deal. It's a tough deal for that kid that size. Can we get something out of Tyreek Sapp? We've been doing well with TJ Searcy. He's been playing pretty good ball. Kevin Collins has been coming on as well. Can we get these guys to all play ball on one accord? Not have a flash play here and then another player having a flash play there. Let's all rally to the ball and to turn this unit around and try to finish out the year strong. Something they can be proud of. And go win a tough road game that everyone is expecting you to lose. Go out there and get it upset. Nobody's rooting for Florida. Nobody's picking Florida. The only guys that picking Florida is those players in that locker room and that coaching staff. And believe it or not, guys, those kids still believe in this coaching staff. This coaching staff still believe in these kids, whether you like it or not. There are only a few things that need to be happening on this team that we can get this thing turned around. It's not in shambles like everybody want to say. We're just in year 2. But let's get back on this game. Now, it's going to be a tall task stopping Brian Thomas Jr. and Malik Neighbors. These guys have been unstoppable all year. We're going to need a defensive performance to try to minimize some of the stuff that they do offensively. These guys have been explosive down the field, and they've been making big plays all year long. Really stretching the field and really getting a lot of yards at the catch. So these guys are tough to defend, and they really put a lot of stress on the defense. And I'm not sure, if our guys going to be up for that task. I know they understand what's at stake here when playing these type of players. It's going to be a real challenge. They should be excited and elated to go take on this challenge. Because this, you only get these kind of opportunities once or twice a year to have these caliber players, putting up the numbers they've been putting up all year long. This is a chance to really showcase your talents and show what you can do in the spotlight. Because LSU will be talked about after Saturday. So with Florida, what story do they want to be told after that game? Do you want a disappointing story, or do you want an uplifting story of a valiant victory, an upset victory? We still have the talent to do that. But the task is real. That when they're dealing with a mobile quarterback that's a real threat and really get good positive yards and chunk yards out of the run game, or out of his threat with his legs, of scrambling and breaking the pocket and playing backyard football. He's really good at that. And that's going to be tough to stop. And like I said, we haven't stopped it all year long. So can we corral this kid and come game tackle him and make him stop running the football? Somebody got to lay the wood on him. Let him rethink about coming out that pocket and running down the field. The game is a physical game, and hitting the quarterback hard will deter some of those decisions he's going to make. He'll make a business decision. After then, he'll rethink that process. Like, I'm going to throw that out of bounds instead of run down the field. But the kids got to have that mentality. I could talk about it all day long, but they got to have that kind of mentality. But can we get our offense going? Can we get our weapons flowing? Can we get some surprises out there? Can we get a big game out of Eugene Wilson? He had a solid game last game. That's 2 touchdowns last week, which was good. But he got Billy didn't really call too many plays to him second and third quarter. He disappeared after the first quarter. We need 4 quarters of him. And so with Ricky Pearsall. Try to start game planning around that and sneaking Arliss out there. And when Arliss get his opportunities, he definitely need to capitalize on his opportunities and make those catches. Because he have a few drops that over the last few games. But he did play a good ball. And he is a sophomore. But we're not trying to use their youth as excuses. But that's the true story, that they are young and they will hit that rookie wall during the season. It's been a long summer. It's been a long year for those kids, grueling process of going through a college football season for the first time. It's grueling, guys. It's really, they dedicated to changing their bodies. It's a really physical transformation that they're going through from high school to college. Y'all got to think about that. A lot of you ain't lived a weight in your life. Even if you do lift weights, you're not putting in that type of work they putting in. You're not. So I really wish y'all, calm that down a little bit. Because y'all don't know what kind of work these kids putting in to try to go out here and win ball games. But we talking about a football game at the same time. You got to go out there and show it. You got to show that you want it more than the other team. The scoreboard is your answer, is your results. Point at the scoreboard. We did our job today. Look at the scoreboard. We won. They got to do that. They got to understand what that feeling is. and wanted to continue to do that over and over again. But they'll get the opportunity Saturday night. Is Graham Mertz going to come out here and lead this team? Can he get a couple more shots down the field? Can we get a Khalil Jackson sighting? Maybe a Marcus Burks sighting? Or Jaquavion Frazier sighting? We're not expecting a lot from those players, but can we get something out of them down the stretch? Because they're going to focus, the team, they're going to key in on our guys. You know, Eugene Wilson and Ricky Pearsall. They're going to key in on that. But can we get more touches out of Trevor Etienne? He's been playing good ball. He got to get better in pass protection. We need that. He got to get better. We need a big game out of Montreal. You going back home to Louisiana, son? Your family going to be there. Go ball out in front of them. Go ball out in front of your home state team. Go ball out. This your chance. It's your chance right here. Back home on Louisiana soil. Go do your thing, brother. Go do your thing. But yeah, man, can we get these guys to perform? I don't know. Like I said, we 9 games deep. We already know what the team gonna be. We already know what this team is. They're not very good defensively. We're struggling on both fronts. We got some bright spots with Ricky Pearsall, Artis Borderham, and Graham Mertz. There are a few bright spots, even on defense. We got young T.J. Searcy. We got Shamar James, before the injury. We got a few guys that's, stepping up out there. Kelby Collins. The freshman Jakeem Jackson, Jordan Castell. Bryce Thornton. We got a few bright spots out there. Can we get something out of those transfers? They didn't really look that good. They don't look like they're running with those young guys. Those young guys are athletic and fast. But can we get some big plays out of them when they do insert them in the game? Impact plays, a third down stop. That's good enough. Get some stops for us. A tackle for loss. Can we get that out of them? Putting a lot on these guys' shoulder, but it's some of their last hurrah. This could be their last college year. Then they got to go to life. They got to go do life like we do. But they have a college degree. They have some camaraderie behind them for being a former athlete. There'll be opportunity there for them. But football will be over. No more football. It's a different life after football. I hope those kids understand it and really grab this opportunity by the horns and go out there and ball for themselves and their family and for the team. Will they do it? I don't know. I'm hoping they do. Let's talk about this offensive line, guys. I know. I said a lot of things about these guys. I don't think we have the guys. I mean, with the current guys that are playing, I don't think we have the guys to go out there and push everybody around like they be pushing us around. They just don't have that mean streak yet, or they're not strong enough yet. It's something not there. Damian George, good in the run game, horrible pass protector. Richard Leonard plays strong, but then he's inconsistent. He'll get beat up the middle. Same with Michael Mazuka. They're strong in the run game at times, and then get beat in pass pro. Kingsley Igwakin, he's been injured all year, so you can't really gauge on what he's been doing. Jake Slaughter played solid in his absence, as first time starter at that point. but he wasn't ready either. But he did get better. That's a good thing. That's a good thing. My guy on the edge, he's had a rough year. He had a rough year. He has had a rough year. I always forget his name. Let me put him in there. I always forget his name, guys. Always. I don't know why I forget him. Austin Barber. Austin Barber had a rough year, y'all. I know a lot of y'all, he's a fan favorite. But he had a rough year. He had a rough year. It's not been a great year for him. As much as y'all like to talk about, I like to talk about Damon George, but same with Austin Barber. Austin Barber ain't having no all-SEC performance. If there was an all-SEC sophomore team, he will not be making it. He just haven't performed well as well. So as a group, they haven't looked good. I mean, they had their moments, but being playing consistent in the trenches is a must, because that's where the game is won at. And we haven't done that all year. So I think the Gators should give a few of these young guys a chance, man. We got a guy on the roster, possibly playing his last college game or college season, and Lindell Hudson. Get a kid a chance. Give him a shot. And see what he can do. You got Cameron Waits. He's back. We don't know if he's fully healthy, but he's back. We don't know if he might be fully healthy, but we don't know if he's up to game speed yet. But give him a shot. See what these kids can do. You got some other young kids out there, Najee Harris, Rod Kearney. There's a lot of good young kids on this roster. Matter of fact, let me get this roster out here, guys. Let me see here. Still got Bryce Lovett. You still got Jordan Herman out there. We still got Christian Williams. So we have kids out there. Jalen Farmer. We still got other kids out there that can play. And they've been in camp all year long, just like the rest of the players. Not saying start them, but get them in rotation. Get them in rotation. Let them get some playing time. See what they can do against elite competition. Get the offense a chance to flourish in the run game and the pass game. The kids might surprise you. Billy Napier. And speaking on Billy Napier, he has to do a better job play calling. He has to. Let's not get this one script, this first drive script, be awesome, and the rest of the game be poo-poo. We got to cut that out, Billy. Where are the details in your game plan? Through 4 quarters. Where are they? We need to see it. Yes, the fan base is putting a lot of pressure on you, man. Have you seen the tape? Because we have. Our boy James over there doing a great job on Gator Football Podcast, breaking it down. A lot of fans are going out there watching that, and they see it. They see the mistakes. They see the good stuff too. But Billy, if we seeing it, and we're supposed to be amateurs, I know the pros are seeing it in your profession. You need to get better. And you need to recognize it and stop being stubborn about it. Now, the kids can grasp all the concepts, not yet. But you can still sneak a few plays here and there throughout the weeks. That's how it happens. Excuse me, guys. But that's how it happens. And then you can build on that and add some more creative plays. We seen the new wrinkle that you added, the curl, the dig with Eugene Wilson, the seam route with Montrell Johnson. We seen it. We need more of it throughout the whole game. Got to pick your spots, man. You got to pick your spots. But let's get this thing rolling, Billy. Let's get this thing rolling. But it's gonna be a rough game, guys. It's gonna be a rough game. I'm still rooting for the Gators, but I don't think we'll go out there and win that game. But I'm rooting for them to win. I'm hoping that they win. I want them to win. But that powerful offense of LSU might be a little too much. It might be a little too much. But that's my thoughts about the LSU game. It's all about the orange and blue, guys.